Hey folks, how you doing? Just wanted to briefly give you an overview of this game that has been taking my life over almost, give or take. Balatro. Very addictive, very fun. Not quite exactly forcing me to kneel to it as I play and, bring a bag of pennies to it and, offer any firstborn that I'll never have. But you guys may have seen Let's Play Balatro 1 and 2. I got number 3 sitting around. It's like an hour, 53 minutes. Pretty good, fun gameplay there. But this is an overview for people that like an actual explanation of what's going on. So you have a few decks that you can choose from eventually. So I've got the red deck right here. That gives you an extra discard. And so they have these blinds, which are essentially point values that you have to overcome. So the small blind right here is 300. There's a big blind that is 450, and then the pillar is known as the boss blind, and that's where there's a little power that it has that really messes you up, or tries to, and that can still be overcome in some pretty genius ways, from what the developers have put out there for you to cobble together. So there are also options here where you can skip a blind, and that's where you just don't play the small blind, for example, and then you get the reward here. It adds a voucher to the next shop. So these little icons that you see down here are tags anyway. So you can collect those as well, and more get revealed. So I'll start out with a very basic setup here, and this will be just playing pairs and stuff, playing with the high cards right now, because you get more points for those in general. What I'll do is I'll just play all that. So you have card values, and then there's mult, which is a multiplier, and as you build your stuff up, I see that I'm just at 36 right now, so I'll go ahead and discard all these. Sometimes you do have to discard stuff that does look good altogether. And I'm kind of creeping toward 300 here, so with all these. So as you can see, you get 62 points multiplied by a low starting value for each hand. And the thing is that even if you have a straight or a flush, you're going to get a ×1 multiplier. You can go ahead and use these planet cards, or planets rather. They're just in booster packs, and those will get you some bonuses. So you can see I almost have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. The 7 hasn't even shown up yet. For the most part, I did discard 1, but it's good for those of you who like to count cards. And so what I'll do is I'll get rid of that 1, 6, and I'll get rid of that 1, 8. And I'll try one more time with the 8 and the 6. I still have a couple discards. So I'm kind of angling toward a straight here. Or a flush. And nothing came up, so I just have to go with the high cards, and this will work out pretty nicely. I should have maybe grabbed 2 pair, but let's take a look. So we'll have 2 pair right here. I got lucky, and the game really does kind of dummy proof it as best as it can for the very first round. As you can see me getting through it, and there we go. So now this is where Balatro starts to differ from a regular card game, and as you get going, you're going to just see really, really crazy stuff start to show up. So you're going to have individual jokers up here that you can buy. I love this one to pieces, and I can't get it yet. This is called Fibonacci. Each played ace, 2, 3, 5, or 8 gives +8 mult when scored. So basically, let's say you've got a low hand, like just a pair or even just a high card. This will take the red number on the right and it'll add 8 to it for every card. So sometimes I was able to even cobble together a Fibonacci hand just to make the high card hand of one high card that would just score the best of whatever you got in your hand at the moment. That really threw a lot of multiples on that. So I don't quite have the money. I would sell cards if I could because it's really awesome. This could get me kind of started, and some of the combos that show up even among the commons and uncommons are incredible. So what I'm going to do is a long-term sort of investment. I'll jump to the next round. The big blind is a little tougher here, so I'm going to have to just be careful, but I've got the credit card so I can go up to $20 in debt next time. And Supernova adds the number of times poker hand has been played this run to mult. So let's see. So in that case, I might shy away from getting a flush or 4 of a kind or anything like that, and might be going toward 2 pair. So let's take a look and see if I can do that here. I guess they're really insistent on me getting a straight here, so I have played that, so I believe. So let's see what the Supernova has to say. So it does up at one time, so that's a bit of an investment. Here's a straight here. I'm all mumbles here and post pneumonia, so they're kind of busted right through that one. So the thing is, if you select a tag by skipping a blind, you're kind of at a disadvantage just getting cards played and stuff. So if I'd been playing more 1 pair, 2 pair hands, then Supernova might have been a little bit higher. But credit card is great. I'll be able to go into a little bit of debt to invest, and then riffraff, when blind is selected, create 2 common jokers. So that just fills up your top row with these jokers that are really, really pretty awesome. I mean, they're game breakers, and the way Balatro's built, it will just have you feeling like you're on top of the world once 1 or 2 of these things happen. But the way the difficulty is set, it's beautiful, because you have to have some of these planet cards picked as well, because otherwise you're going to be able to play all the beautiful cards that you want, and then the hands are not going to have the multiplier bonuses that planets do. So I'm going to just get a... Ooh, this is very important. I should have done that first. But I've got the credit card now, so I can buy these for 3. And this is one of the planet packs here, Celestial. So Earth is full house. It's something I get a lot and love to upgrade. I don't play with Uranus much. And 4 of a kind for Mars. So I'll go ahead and just work on getting a full house upgraded, and then I'll buy the other pack here. And as you can see, I'm going into debt on the left, and I really don't get 4 of a kind that much, but I'll work on the street flush. And there we go. So we'll make it to the boss here, and this is the pillar. So this is where cards previously played this ante. You can see that I've got 8 ante points here. Then I believe I get to a big boss that I've only seen 1 time. And so anyway, as you can see, cards played previously this round are debuffed. So here we go. And youch, that's nasty. So yeah, if I tried getting a straight right now with these garbage cards, I would only get points for the jack. So I'm going to work on deleting, or discarding rather, all these. And then there might be some situations where it's actually worth it to keep those, but not quite. And I'm going to run out of discards soon. So I wish I had that Fibonacci, because this would have been really sweet with a 2, 3, 5, and 8. Like I was saying. So I'm going to be unable to do a flush with these 5 cards of the same suit. If you need a reminder of what every poker hand is, then you can just go right to the info and you'll be all set. So, and it shows the multipliers for each hand, so I'll just discard that, and I'll get rid of that 8 because I'm looking at 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we'll see how that goes. And yuck. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. This thing's still waiting for me to get anything on my plays, so 1 discard left, and I'll try to... Actually, the Supernova might be worth it more, so... This game does kind of have you thinking out loud. Sometimes you can hear things rattling around with me. What I will do is go for 2 pair. Most of this hand is not debuffed, so there's +3 on the mult. I'm a third of the way through, and then there's a couple pair again. I'll have to just put the queen in, and I'll double check and see. You have to kind of get your math down. So I'm at 360, almost there. I got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's an unencumbered, no debuffed hand here. So that's another 350, and I made it through the pillar. Yay. All right. So cashing out, getting more money for the shop. Played face cards, give +30 chips when scored. That's great because that's the blue number on the left. You need to have the multiplier offset by that. You have to have both of those numbers working toward higher stuff. So let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and work on the telescope because there's the supernova as well. And this is where the crazy combos start to come in. So the telescope will make the planet card out of this pack. Oops. I was going to say it does pick up the most common card that you played. I'm not sure why it's not implementing, but I guess it must be just showing up for singles in that case. And I'm in debt, so I could sell something. I can't really sell the credit card without getting stuck in debt, and I won't be able to buy anything at -18. So I got 2 cards here that work well for getting a flush or a 3 of a kind, and Riff Raff has basically served its purpose. So go ahead and give face cards extra chips. And this investment tag is great. So I'll skip this one last time, but I really, really need to cut down the number of blinds that I'm skipping. So I'll go to 2 pair here, and I'll use the jack for... Actually, I'll just use the 4. So there we are. There's 62 times... a good number. And then I got a whole bunch of high cards here, and these are face cards, so that'll be getting me extra chips. So that gives me a huge number of chips to go with the multiplier. So that smashed right through the large blind here, big blind rather. I like this one a lot. Earn $5 for each discarded ace. Rank changes every round. So I got to keep my hands on the planets here. So these are 3 of a kind. Bonuses up here, so I'll go ahead and work on Venus here. And let's see. Yeah, my money is really kind of shot right now, so I've got an upper section for only 5 jokers, so let's see. And I'll give you a quick intro to playing cards here. So these things have interesting things on them. This is a gold card, so you get $3 extra if this isn't used in any hand. And then you get $3 when this thing, the 8, plays and scores, so it's better than the ace of spades in that regard. And then you got the 10 of diamonds. So I would like to be able to use my cards as well, and I'm tapped out, so I'm going to hit the needle, play only one hand. This one is rough, so what I'll do is I'll try to work on the no, almost played it, but I'll try to work on a 3 of a kind here with the ace at least. Getting close here, so there we go. All right, so there's 3 of a kind, and that actually does trigger even if you're using a full house. So there we go. There is a lot of mult right there, and that smashed right through by a factor of about almost, well, a bit over 4 times, so over 3,200 points. And there was the investment tag that I used. So this is nice. This got me out of debt with a credit card, and you can also start earning interest on this game with anything over $5. So you get $1 per 5 that you had. Sometimes you can even work on that. This one's kind of trippy, kind of freaky. When small blind or big blind is selected, gain 0.05 mult. If you see anything in a red background for mult, that multiplies the entire thing one more time. So that's very, very valuable. And you need that as a secondary layer of point increases. So I really don't like destroying any other joker. I don't have room for this one. This one is awesome. This is final cut, and this is where you re-roll the boss blind 1 time per ante, and that costs you $10 per roll. I just grab it because sometimes you'll run into a blind that's like, all cards are played face down, and it's like, what are you trying to do to me, man? So, when you're first playing through, it's like, oh, no. And so, as you can see, a lot of these say they're not discovered. So, I'll go ahead and just muck with some planets here. I'm just going to get all this set up. See, I'm kind of really relying on 3 of a kind. However, I went with 11 or 12 for a level for the 3 of a kind, and it just really wrecked my day. So there are comeuppances that happen if you put too many eggs in one basket in this game. But that's what I love. This is a buffoon pack, so right now I'm happy with the jokers I got. I mean, between these two, getting plus 12 mult for a 3 of a kind and a flush, they're a good mid-game kind of joker to have. So anyway, the boss has been beaten, yay, and on to the next one. So there's my option to re-roll the boss on the left. I'm not going to do it yet. All heart cards are debuffed. It's fairly a weak power to have, but it can still mess you up. So that is it, and I hope you have a great day. This has just been a quick intro to Balatro. As you can see up top, the combos are very, very potent when they happen, or just the overall level of support that you have when you're playing and just getting started out. Things just coalesce, and then gradually you can swap out your jokers. If you do bid some sad goodbyes to them after a while, it feels like after they faithfully serve you and get you through early to mid-game. But there's a fantastic difficulty hike that I haven't seen in games since Serial M Ultimate. So thank you for watching. If you'd like to subscribe, like, share, it means a lot. These are just reviews of things that happen to catch my fancy, and they may be a bit random. The channel is really dedicated to Herbie Simplex Jr., a chatbot based on email scam responses. So Herbie is not a scammer. He fights scammers, doesn't like them, just makes them feel like hanging up their hats and becoming normal human beings with jobs again. But it doesn't really happen. So that's what Donnie Terrors is for. Check him out on the Scam Baiters if you'd like. Take care.